There's nothing worse than taking a trip somewhere either across town or across the country and having it interrupted by a flat tire. Most people don't have the knowledge to deal with it and often call roadside assistance or a tow truck to come rescue them. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. I'm Joe Stone, and today I'm going to show you how to replace a flat tire in 5 easy steps using just the equipment that comes with your car. When attempting this, make sure you are pulled off the road safely on firm level ground, away from traffic as much as possible. Also, keep the vehicle in park or in a forward gear with a manual transmission with the engine off and have the parking brake engaged. Step 1. After you've verified that you have a flat tire, go find your tire changing tools. In most cars, you'll find them in the trunk, and with trucks, they'll typically be under a seat. If you need help locating them, or the spare tire, consult your owner's manual. In this 2015 Toyota Highlander, the vehicle jack and lug wrench are located in a hidden compartment in the back of the car, and the spare tire is underneath the car. However, you have to lower the tire from the inside by unscrewing this bolt. A lot of trucks have a similar design for removing the spare tire. Consult your owner's manual. At this point, I like to make sure the spare tire is unmounted and ready to be swapped out. In step 2, we're going to talk about lifting and lowering the vehicle. First, find the vehicle lifting point closest to the flat tire. Consult your owner's manual if you need to. Place your jack on the ground below it, and start to extend the jack to the point where it begins to make contact with the vehicle before we lift further. Get your lug wrench and start to loosen the lug nuts on the wheel you are removing. Just break them loose, do not remove them. This step makes it easier to remove the lug nuts after the tire is raised off the ground. Now begin to lift the vehicle with the jack and stop once the tire is a couple inches off the ground. Depending on the condition of the tire, you may need to go a bit higher. Remove the lug nuts and set them aside in a safe place so you do not lose them. Remove the flat tire and set aside for a moment. Now, take the spare tire and place it on the hub and hand tighten the lug nuts back on, making sure to seat the nut inside the beveled edge of the lug holes on the wheel. Using the lug wrench, snug up the lug nuts in a star pattern. Tighten the lug nut opposite of the one you last tightened. Now what the star pattern does is it makes sure the tire is seated evenly. If the tire doesn't get seated evenly, you'll get tire wobble, road noise, reduced control of the vehicle, those sorts of things. So it's very important that when you tighten on the lug nuts, that you do it in an even way. By doing a star pattern, if you have 5 lugs, 4 lugs would be the same kind of way. Just you want to do across from each other and diagonally, and do it as even as possible. So now we're going to go ahead and lower the vehicle. Slowly lower the vehicle back down by turning the scissor jack handle in a counterclockwise direction until the vehicle tire is resting firmly on the ground. Remove the jack. Now, retorque the lug nuts again using that same star pattern as before. Now, before we finish completely, we need to talk about a few safety considerations. Collect and stow your tools and flat tire. Walk around the vehicle to make sure you didn't leave out anything, like the wheel chock. Continue on your trip, but know that a typical spare tire is rated for only 55 miles per hour and has a range of about 50 miles. With that said, go straight to the nearest tire shop you can find to have your flat tire repaired or replaced. You see? Not too hard, right? If you ever feel uncomfortable or unsafe during this process, don't hesitate to call for assistance. It's better to be safe and inconvenienced rather than getting hurt. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to replace the tire on your car or truck. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you have a question or there's something else you want to learn about. I'm Joe Stone, and I'll see you next time.